out your name like a secret prayer, whispered it softly, hoping you'd stay. Every smile hit a crack inside, every I'm fine was another lie. We built a home out of fragile dreams, paper promises, tearing seams. I watched us fade in the mirror slow. Loving you was all I know. I begged the night to freeze the pain, but time kept calling out your name. You said love shouldn't hurt this way, but somehow it still stayed. These are the goodbyes I had to open, doors I never meant to find. I broke my heart just to keep you breathing, even if it killed mine. I held the knife and called it freedom, cut myself so you could heal. These are the goodbyes I had to open, to feel something real. Your silence spoke louder than truth. Every distance felt like proof that love was slipping through my hands like water I couldn't command. I stayed too long in maybe land, reading signs I couldn't understand. You were already letting go while I was learning how to hold. I blame myself for loving deep, for promises you couldn't keep. I tried to save what's already gone, but love can't live where hope is wrong. These are the goodbyes I had to open, rooms full of shattered plans. I lost myself in your forgiveness just to feel you again. I played the strong, I played the silence while my world fell apart. These are the goodbyes I had to open, just to guard my heart. If love was fair, you'd still be here. If tears could talk, you'd hear me clear. I learned to stay and cause more pain than walking out in pouring rain. I loved you past my breaking point, called it fate, called it choice. Now every memory echoes slow of a life I had to let go. These are the goodbyes I had to open, not because I didn't care, but loving you was slowly killing everything I was in there. I didn't leave to stop loving, I left to finally breathe. These are the goodbyes I had to open, so you could be free and I could grieve. If you ever miss my name, know I loved you just the same. Some doors are closed to save the soul. Some goodbyes are never home. I haven't moved the coffee cup from Tuesday. The lipstick ring is fading on the rim. I'm still sleeping on the left side of the mattress, leaving space for ghosts where you used to fit in. The clock is ticking louder than it used to. Every second echoes like a falling stone. I'm surrounded by the things we chose together, but I've never felt so terribly alone. And I'm sitting in a room, still breathing you in, tracing every shadow where your laughter's been. The walls hold your secrets, the floor knows your step, and I'm drowning in the promises that you never kept. How can the four walls stay exactly the same when the air is heavy with the ghost of your name? It's a beautiful torture, a hollow point view in a room that's still breathing you. Your sweater's hanging on the back of the door, still holding on to the scent of your skin. I reach for the handle, then I pull back my hand, 'cause if I move it, I'm letting the winter in. I see your reflection in the darkened window pane, but when I turn around, it's just the pouring rain. They say that a house is just wood and some stone, but without you, it's a graveyard I'm calling a home. They told me that time will wash the floors clean, that the dust would settle on what we had been, but the curtains still flutter like you just left the room, and the silence is screaming, sealed like a tomb. I'm a prisoner of habit, a king of regret in a palace of memories. I can't leave just yet, 'cause I'm sitting in a room, still breathing you in, tracing every shadow where your laughter's been. The walls hold your secrets, the floor knows your step, and I'm drowning in the promises that you never kept. How can the four walls stay exactly the same when the air is heavy with the ghost of your name? It's a beautiful torture, a hollow point view in a room that's still breathing, ooh, and still breathing you. The light is fading, the shadows are growing, and I'm still waiting for you to come home, but the door doesn't open, the air's getting thin in this room. Still breathing you, still breathing you in, still breathing you. I'm standing in the hallway where the light begins to die, watching 2020 suns pull its colors from the sky. I should have opened up the doors and let the cold wind through, but I'm hoarding every atom that still smells like you. Your favorite leather jacket is still draped across the chair, holding on to salt and skin in the way you used to swear. It's a sensory deception, it's a trick the mind will play to keep the ghost of us from simply drifting all away. such a small and heavy thing. The steam is gone from the mirror, but the scent of pine remains like a chemical reminder running through my tired veins. They say that time is healing, that the senses will forget, but I haven't reached the ending of this long and dark regret. Every time I close my eyes, the perfume starts to rise, and for a heartbeat I can almost see the sunlight in your eyes. I'm terrified of the day the air finally turns clear, when the molecules of you decide they'll simply disappear. I'll be standing in a vacuum, I'll be gasping for a trace of the only thing that's left of you inside this empty space. So I'll keep the windows bolted and I'll keep the curtains drawn. I'll stay inside this memory until the scent is gone. 'Cause it's the smell of you after goodbye that keeps the memory living while the rest of me must die. It's the vanilla on the pillowcase, the rain upon the coat, the sweetness in the air that leaves a hollow in my throat. I'm a prisoner of fragrance, a slave to what is gone, breathing in the sunset just to make it to the dawn. Everything is quiet and everything is blue in a house that's overflowing with the smell of you. Just a hint of amber, a trace of sandalwood. I stay inside this heartbreak forever if I could. Inhale, exhale, goodbye. But the air is still telling me a beautiful scented lie. The smell of you, your name still lights my phone at night, even though you're never there. I read your words in quiet rooms, like they're breathing in the air. Every hay feels heavier now, every pause between the lines. I memorize the way you type, like it could turn back time. You send your heart in broken phrases, say you don't know what to say, but silence always says too much when love starts drifting away. These are the messages I read alone, with the lights of curtains closed. I hold my breath between your words, like I might feel you close. You say you care, you say you try, but never ask if I'm okay. These are the messages I read alone while you fade away. Your voice lives only in my head and things you used to say. I scroll back just to hear it again, but it never stays the same. You answer hours after I write, like love's something you schedule. I wait beside my broken heart, pretending I'm flexible. I give you all my honesty if you give me something real, but I'm falling for the version of you you don't wanna feel. These are the multiplying too. I learned that loving someone halfway means being alone with you. Shakes my hands like you're standing where I am. Every line you left behind still knows the shape of your goodbye. The ink is dry but not my eyes. Your truth lays folded in the lies. I read your words like they might change, but they never say my name. You said I'll always care somehow, but somehow hurts me now. I trace your letters like a scar, proof of who we were. This is what you left in paper while you walked away in peace. All your love reduced to sentences. You didn't have to feel low-key. I hold your words, not your hand. I try to understand. This is what you left in paper and took the rest of you. Your note still sleeps inside my coat, like you knew I need the hope. Every sorry feels rehearsed, like you practiced leaving first. You wrote my name then crossed it out. That's how love learned how to doubt. I stay up late just to read what you couldn't say to me. You chose your silence carefully, like it wouldn't bleed on me. But love don't to feel it all. You escaped inside your sentences. I learned how to fall. Forgive you, but it hurts more than hate ever could. This is what you left in paper, and it still cuts like you. You left in paper and never returned. Prayers I don't believe, every promise folded thin, still cutting in on me. You said forever in pencil, soft enough to erase place I stayed and colored in the lines. You left an empty space. You swore our love was different, said it wouldn't fade this way. But promises are easy when you're already halfway gone. These are paper promises after you. Words that never learned how to stay. I hold them close like they might change, but they just tear away. You gave me hope and handwriting, then took your heart when you ran. These are paper promises after you, and I'm the only one who stands. Your goodbye came dressed as kindness, like you didn't wanna hurt me. You left me reasons, not the truth, and called it mercy. Your name still lives in my voice when I say it in the dark. I built my future on your vows. You left me with the marks. I replay almost every maybe we'll be fine. You moved on with clean hands, I'm still washing mine. These are paper promises after you. Every sentence breaking through. I believed in every word, 'cause I believed in you. You let me fall between your lines, where love was never planned. These are paper promises after you, written where my heart still stands. If love was real and what you said, it wouldn't disappear. You'd face the mess you made of me instead of leaving letters here. I don't hate you for letting go. I hate that I stayed true. I loved you past the breaking point while you already knew. These are paper promises after you. I read them when I can't sleep. I tear them up, then tape them back like love, something I can keep. One day I'll learn to let them burn and stop waiting for your hand. But tonight these paper promises after you still tell me I'm not Some love survives on borrowed hope. Some fades when words run out. I'm learning how to live with less paper promises after you. I left your message in the dark, let it sit right where you are. Told myself I'd read it later, like later wouldn't break my heart. Your name lit up my shaking screen. I turned away, pretended strange. Every second felt like years. I was scared of what I'd hear. I thought if I just let it wait, pain would learn how to behave. But silence has a sharper blade than truth I couldn't face. I left it unopened until it hurt. Let the wonder do the worst. Every maybe, every doubt screams your name without a sound. I didn't read it, I just bled from all the things you might have said. I left it unopened until it hurt. And now it hurts to know. The room was full but I was gone, talking to the walls alone. I memorized the way regret feels heavier when hope is closed. Your words stay locked behind a line I crossed 1,000 times in my mind. I chose fear over the truth and paid for it in you. I thought love could pause the pain, freeze the moment, save my name. But love doesn't wait to fade, it leaves it of your message never found. Unread love, unfinished truth, that's how I lost you. I left it unopened until it hurt, till your name stopped coming through. Now I give anything to know if you were reaching out for me too. I open it now, but it's too late. The words are cold, the screens are grave. I left it unopened until it hurt, and that's how love deserves. Some pain comes from what we see, some from what we never knew. I didn't lose you when you left, I lost you when I didn't open you. Your name still sleeps in my mouth, like I'm afraid to say it out loud. I fold my nights into quiet lines, writing truths you'll never find. The bed is wide, the clock won't move. I reach for air that once was you. Every I miss you I never sent turns into ink instead. You left without a sound or a sign, just unfinished words in time. Now silence knows me way too well, it's the only thing I tell. I write letters instead of you, pages soaked in what we lost. I hold a pen like it's your hand, but it never holds me back. I say I love you to the page, it never lies, it never stays. I write letters instead of you, 'cause it's safer than the truth. Your shadow still walks through this room. Where's my hope like borrowed shoes? I talk to memories in the dark, like they still know who we are. Your voice lives inside old songs. Every note feels like a wrong. I replay us just to feel something close to real. You promised love wouldn't fade, but promises are easy made. I waited in your maybe heart till it tore my soul apart. I write letters instead of you, every word I never said. I keep pretending I'm okay while your goodbye lives in my head. I sign my name, we're shaking hands like you might still understand. I write letters instead of you, 'cause loving you still hurts too much. If I mailed you all my pain, would you read it, would you stay? Or would you fold it up and smile like you never left me waiting all this time? I loved you deeper than I knew. Now I'm drowning in what we were through. I don't hate you, I just bleed from loving someone who didn't choose me. And I write letters instead of you to survive another night. I tell the truth the way I can when I don't have you inside. One day I'll stop writing your name, stop begging ink to ease the pain. But tonight I write letters instead of you, 'cause I still our stories end this way, with letters instead of you. Walk through the house like a trespasser now, with a heavy heart and a sweating brow. I keep the doors bolted and the curtains drawn tight, afraid that the morning will bleed out the night. The mail is still piling by the front entryway, full of letters for people who both went away. But I'm still standing here, a ghost in a cage, while you're out there turning a brand new page. And I'm surviving on the air you forgot to take. Every breath is a reminder of the way that I break. It's the scent of your spirit, it's the warmth of your skin, still trapped in the rafters under my chin. You gathered your shoes and you took every coat, but you left all this longing stuck in my throat. I'm gasping for mercy, for my own sake, on the oxygen in the air you forgot to take. There's a space on the shelf where your trophies once sat. Now it's just settled dust and a hollow combat between who I was and who I've become, in the wake of a battle that nobody won. I found a stray hair on the collar of my shirt. It's funny how something so small can still hurt. I'm hoarding the atoms, I'm guarding the breeze. I'm down on the floor, I'm down on my knees. They say that the wind is supposed to be free, but it feels like a vacuum, it's swallowing me. If I open the window, then I'm truly alone. The last of your presence will drip from the stone. So I'm holding my breath till my chest starts to burn, waiting for a tide that'll never return. I'm surviving on the air you forgot to take. Every breath is a reminder of the way that I break. It's the scent of your spirit, it's the warmth of your skin, still trapped in the rafters under my chin. You gather your shoes and you took every coat, but you left all this longing stuck in my throat. I'm gasping for mercy, for my own sake, on the oxygen in the air you forgot to take. The air is getting thinner, the walls are getting cold. I'm clinging to a story that's already been told. Inhale, exhale. Wait, just a little bit of you left before it's too late. Your handwriting still breaks me slow. Every curve says what you couldn't say. I trace your name like a wound that knows exactly where the pain should stay. You wrote my future in past tense, like loving me was an accident. Each letter leaned like it wanted out, just like you did without a sound. You chose the paper, not my eyes, left me reading your goodbyes. I give anything to hear your voice instead of this quiet choice. This is your exit in handwriting, every word a closing door. You left my life in careful sentences so you wouldn't feel it anymore. I hold your truth, not your head, and I try to understand. This is your exit in handwriting, and I'm the one who stayed. Your note still smells like yesterday, like you were here and walked away. You said, I hope you'll be okay, like hope could fill the space you made. You folded love into a line, said you were leaving, not goodbye. I read it once, then read it twice, like pain might change if I'm precise. You said it wasn't me, it's you, but that still split my heart in two. You found your peace between the lines and left me yours behind. This is your exit in handwriting, soft excuses dressed in care. You wrapped your leaving in compassion, so I think you were still there. You chose the neatness of goodbye over the mess of staying true. This is your exit in handwriting, and I'm still learning how to lose. If love was brave, you'd face my tears instead of ink that disappears. You saved yourself the sound of pain and let the paper take the blame. I loved you loud, you left me need clean cuts, still go deep. Now every letter pulls me back to the moment you didn't look back. This is your exit in handwriting. I read it every lonely night. You left before I could forgive or ask you why. I don't hate you, I just break from all the things you couldn't say. This is your exit in handwriting, and it still writes my One day the paper won't feel alive, won't sound like you saying goodbye. But tonight your words still move. Your exit in hand.